Good morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Friday, January 23rd, 2026. Brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp channels. We begin with the main story. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis last night urged voters to stick with the Progressive Liberal Party and not risk everything by returning the Free National Movement to office. His comments came during a rally at PLP headquarters following the ratification of 15 additional candidates by the party's National General Council. The Guardian reports that the candidates include a mix of incumbents, one sitting senator, and 3 newcomers as the party accelerates preparations for a general election due later this year. Davis acknowledged that some supporters were disappointed by nomination decisions but stressed party unity, arguing that progress may not be perfect, but that the country must decide whether to move forward or take what he described as a backward step. Also on the front page, the Office of the Prime Minister responded after former Royal Bahamas Defense Force officer Darren Roker was sentenced to 4 years in a United States prison on drug conspiracy charges. The OPM emphasized that the actions of one individual do not define the integrity of the Bahamas or its public officers, reaffirming the government's zero-tolerance stance on corruption and drug trafficking. In crime news, a Royal Bahamas Defense Force Marine and an ex-convict were remanded to prison on armed robbery and conspiracy charges. Prosecutors allege the pair carried out 2 robberies together, with the ex-convict also facing attempted murder and firearm charges. The case has renewed concerns about criminal activity involving persons linked to security forces. In health news, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darville, says the Accident and Emergency Department at Princess Margaret Hospital should be fully occupied within 4 to 6 weeks. With furniture and equipment now in country, officials say the phased move into the renovated department is nearing completion, marking a significant step in addressing long-standing overcrowding. From the Family Islands, construction of the $8 million Palmetto Point Clinic in Eleuthera is progressing steadily. Officials say the facility will significantly expand healthcare services on the island, reducing the need for residents to travel to New Providence for diagnostics, surgery, and emergency care. Now to the business section. Attorney General Ryan Pinder says the Bahamas is actively preparing for its Financial Action Task Force mutual evaluation scheduled for October. Pinder explained that the government has been strengthening legislative frameworks, regulatory oversight, and enforcement mechanisms to demonstrate compliance with international anti-money laundering and counterterrorism financing standards. He stressed that the evaluation is critical to maintaining the Bahamas' international reputation and protecting the financial services sector, which remains a key pillar of the economy. Turning to the editorial. The Nassau Guardian's editorial, titled PLP Readies for Battle, examines the political landscape as election season approaches. The paper notes that while the governing party projects confidence and organization, voters are increasingly focused on cost of living pressures and whether the government has delivered enough tangible relief. The editorial suggests that despite the opposition's struggles, public frustration over affordability could shape the outcome of the next general election. In the letters to the editor, one writer argues that Freeport's decline was not inevitable, but the result of long-standing governance failures, calling for real accountability, transparency, and measurable outcomes instead of slogans and ceremonies. Another letter focuses on Rick Fox's political ambitions, cautioning that celebrity alone will not win elections in the Bahamas and emphasizing the importance of grassroots campaigning and direct voter engagement. Before we close, remember you can purchase a copy of today's Nassau Guardian. or visit their website to read the full stories and additional coverage in today's edition. We end with this reminder. Staying informed is not just a habit, it is a responsibility. Knowledge empowers citizens to make better decisions for their country. Enjoy your day. Be blessed and be a blessing.